Welcome to Live Fit with AJ. Today we are going to be talking about the most effective ways to lose that belly fat. So let's begin. What do I need to do? Well, exercise is a great one, but also there's things like caffeine and green tea that research has shown can actually help. And altogether, that can really help burn the fat off. So it's that fat that you can pinch between your fingers that we want to target. And we can with exercise and the right food. So, what we're going to look at today is the truth regarding what we can use to burn fat, talking about caffeine, green tea, foods versus fat, time constraints within our lives, and what loss we are willing to make. So, the unfortunate truth. What we see isn't always what we get. For example, 40% of Americans are obese and they want fast, easy, and activity free solutions. Why? Well, social media gives an answer. It tells us you can become thinner without doing certain things. It edits photos to put thoughts into our minds, and it suggests products that have little to zero scientific reasoning and evidence. There is a need for more products to have the testing done to prove it, but as the industry grows, really that won't happen. It will never catch up. So we want to look at what we know science has proven to help burn that fat. One of those things is caffeine. And yes, the same caffeine that you have in your morning coffee. However, we don't want the caffeine if you're going to have it mixed with loads and loads of sugar. That's not going to help. But what research has found is that it is capable of increasing the released stored fat in our bodies. And it showed that caffeine can help use up more fat as energy when we exercise. Now, it's important to note that when caffeine is mixed with exercise and not just having caffeine alone, that's when you get the benefit. Using the caffeine to energize the exercise to increase that burning goes hand in hand. Also, the watch out, it was found that caffeine can raise blood pressure before exercise. So, for some, that's something to be aware of. Another point within food was green tea or drink. Now, it was uncovered that it may actually boost the metabolism, the natural rate of calorie burning that our body does every day. Now, that could well lead to more calories being burnt and therefore eventually to weight loss. Research found it creates kind of internal chemical processes that lead to more fat being released into the bloodstream. Once it's in the bloodstream, it's more easy for the body to use that fat as an energy source. So that fat becomes readily available when we need it, when we exercise. Now, it looks key that for both caffeine and green tea, that the timing of when you have it is important. And that is about using it and having it prior to exercise so that fat is burnt through the exercise. Now, thinking about foods versus the fat, do you hear sometimes, maybe regularly, that there is such a thing as good fat? Well, there is, and it's found in things like fish, such as tuna and salmon. It can be found in nuts, like pecan nuts, cashews, walnuts, and in vegetable oils, such as sesame and sunflower. Now, what good fats help do is they help reduce the hunger, and that's great for reducing the amount of calories we take on when we eat our meals if we're less hungry. It reduces our snacking through the day because it helps control the portions that we eat. And as I said, reduces us nitpicking through the day, picking up crisps and chocolate, reducing the snacks that we have, reducing the calories we take on. Also, we want to understand how these good fats, these essential oils, they can help burn fat by enhancing our metabolism. So again, it's that rate that we burn calories. This again is about the chemical reactions that take place in the body. And those oily fats help release more fat into the bloodstream. And again, that can be used as a fuel. So we can use good fats to then help us burn other types of fat. Now, sometimes we're time poor, whether it's commuting, whether it's being on the school run, or being a busy mumtrepreneur, time can be scarce. And a lack of time is the number one reason for many of us to have no progress with fat loss. So we've talked about certain elements of food, but also what we're interested in is the exercise. So if we think about high intensity exercise where we can get the most benefit in the shortest amount of time, it's actually been proven that you can do sessions that are 3 to 4 minutes with minimal rest around 3 times a week, and you can get a benefit off that. Now, that would have to be incredibly intense, and it might not actually fit into what we want to do. It might be too much. So, how can you have intensity but not at that top level? Well, other versions are, for example, having 15 seconds on and going hard for it, and then 15 seconds off, and doing that for 20 minutes. You can do that again 3 times a week to see the benefit. So you've got a very hard 3 to 4 minutes, and then you've got a slightly less hard but still intense 20 minutes that is much more manageable to put into your week and to help you on your weight loss journey. Now, time is an issue, as we've just said, and we really want to use it cleverly to get to that fat. When you pinch your skin, it's that fat that you feel that is stored deep in the belly and around the organs that we want to burn. And the high intensity exercise helps us to get to those areas of fat. So again, it helps get to the fat that we feel when we pinch it between our thumb and our fingers, and it gets to the fat that's buried deep within us around our organs. And it was actually found that the intensity of the exercise has the ability to help us lose around 6% of our fat mass. So this is where it all comes together. What have we got to lose? We can use specific food. We can use certain drinks with caffeine to our advantage. That will help our bodies be better and more prepared to burn fat. And then we can layer it on with exercise to really help deliver the fat burning benefit. That's the opportunity. That's where you can take it. Subscribe for more information to help you on your weight loss journey. Take care.